Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sally D here with you for week number 15 of the NFL season. Before we get into anything, DraftKings has a special offer. If you go to dksal.com, that's D as in draft, K as in Kings, S as in Saquon, A as in Atlanta, L as in Lions.com. dksal.com to receive $25 in free bets. No deposits, no strings attached. You don't have to put any credit card information in. Go there, receive $25. Use my picks in this video, make some money, get a nice bankroll going, and we'll go out for the rest of the year like that. After the video, go there. Alright? Now, before I get into week 15, we're going to talk about our recap in week 14. It was a decent week, lost the Rams and lost the Chiefs in the two-game parlay. I felt a little bit forced having to take those. This week I'm going to the garbage teams, make me feel a little bit better. So we're going to move right on then. That was the recap. Now it's time to make some money, week 15 style. So there's two games on Saturday. I'll talk about the first game at 4:30 a little bit later. We're going to talk about Cleveland getting 3 points against Denver. Being that it's a Saturday night game, prime time, 8 o'clock, at first I didn't really like Cleveland. Now I do. They're going to come out, they're going to play. I like Cleveland, plus 3 points. They had a nice win against Carolina. They're on a roll. That's Cleveland on a roll with 5 wins already this year. Going for number 6. Take Cleveland. Now, the next game, Miami at Minnesota. Miami put on a clinic. They had their miracle win. They have New England's number. I can't stress that enough. I said it last week. I'll say it again next year. They just have their number. It was a miracle, but they covered anyway. This week, they're playing at Minnesota. Minnesota's coming off a tough loss in Seattle, which we also said was going to be tough. I absolutely love Minnesota -7 this week. I hate Kirk, but he's going to do enough. The defense is going to play well. Love Minnesota -7. Now, Oakland at Cincinnati. Oakland beat Pittsburgh last week. Unbelievable. Cincinnati put up a really good fight against the Chargers. Also unbelievable. I would love to take the over 46, but the offenses are just so bad. I'm actually going to take Cincinnati -3. I actually really like Cincinnati. It's kind of a gut feeling effect. Take Cincinnati -3. Now, you have Tampa Bay at Baltimore. The over-under is way too high. It's going to be nasty weather, because I stressed weather last week and the week before, and we keep stressing it as it gets later on in the year. Absolutely love the under 46.5 points. Jameis is back to being Jameis. Terrible quarterback. Baltimore's offense is decent at best. Absolutely love the under 46.5. Now, you have Dallas at Indianapolis. Dallas is getting 3 points. That is correct. Dallas is getting 3 points. I don't think this is a trap. I think Dallas beats them straight up. I absolutely love them. I invented Damari Cooper. I'm sticking to that title that I gave him as soon as they make the trade. Damari is the name. Dak, Cooper, love it. Love them getting 3 points. Love the win. Sorry, Andrew. Now, moving on to Detroit at Buffalo. This is a terrible game. The over-under is 38.5 points. I liked Detroit last week. Buffalo actually lost to the Jets. Completely terrible. I don't like either team. I like the under of 38.5 points. Detroit's defense will play there, and their offense is just pathetic at this point of the year. Absolutely love it. Now, Green Bay and Chicago. Divisional match. I absolutely was completely wrong last week about Green Bay. I really thought that Atlanta was going to beat them. Atlanta's actually worse than I thought. I like Green Bay at Chicago plus 5.5 points. Take Aaron, take the 5.5 points. It should be a relatively close game. Now, you have Tennessee against my New York Giants. Derrick Henry, who ran for 4 touchdowns and a bajillion yards last week, had to do that, pad his stats for next year. Don't take him for fantasy football, even though he's going to be highly ranked because of this one game. Don't be fooled. Take the New York Giants -2.5. Whether it's Odell or not Odell, Saquon's doing all the work. Eli just has to dump the ball out there. You could take a ball, dump it, let Saquon go to work. Love the Giants -2.5. They are doing a great job in messing up the draft pick for them for next year. Good job, Eli. Now, we're going to talk about Jacksonville in a little bit. Now we're going back to Atlanta, who are playing Arizona. Atlanta's playing at home. The spread's 8.5. This game should be 14.5. I absolutely love Atlanta this week. Take Atlanta. They're -8.5, 9.5, 10.5. I don't really care. Take them. Absolutely love Atlanta. go right to the bank with them by more than 8.5. Now, Seattle we're going to talk about in a little bit. New England at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a little bit of a mess right now. I would love the over 52. I like it enough to take it. It's going to be close though, 54, 55. Usually when I recommend an over, I really think it's going to be over by like 10 points. Tom Brady's going to be balling after the loss. Pittsburgh just got embarrassed away. The offenses are going to be out there. It's an afternoon game. Absolutely like it. Don't love it, but I like it enough to take the over 52. Now, the Rams. The Rams have let me down twice this week. They're at home finally against Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a good offensive team. The Rams are a great offensive team. They've been relatively quiet the last 2 weeks. This is the breakout game. Over 53.5, over 60.5, over 61.5. This is the breakout game where the Rams come back as the Rams. Absolutely love it. It's a Sunday night game. The offenses are going to be out there. Completely love it. Take the over 53.5. Go a little bit crazy. Go 60. Craziness. Love it. Now, the Monday night game. This game is a little bit tricky because it's a Monday night and the spread is really interesting. 6.5 to Carolina. The Saints are in Carolina giving 6.5 points. Repeat that. The Saints are giving 6.5 points. Carolina is a mess. They lost the last 2 weeks. They can't beat the Browns. It's just embarrassing. Cam's throwing picks left and right. I don't know how you can possibly take anything else but the Saints minus 6.5. I don't even care if they win. If Carolina wins, I don't even care because I'm taking the Saints at 6.5 no matter what. I would lock it up, but like I said, I'm going with the garbage theme for the locks and the top plays this week. So I'm going into them. Here we go. Number 1. It's Jacksonville at home against Washington, a.k.a. the butt fumbler, Mark Sanchez. I said it last week against the Giants. If you watched any minute of that game, it was completely terrible. Jordan Reed is probably going to be out. The guy gets a paper cut, and he's out for weeks. He limped off the field last week. They have nothing. No offense. If you want to take the under, you could take that to the bank, or you could take Jacksonville minus 7. Look, Mr. Kessler, put up 1 touchdown. Fournette put up another touchdown, please, and that's all you need to do. Love the under. Love Jacksonville minus 7. Really love it. Now, number 2 play. It's the first game on Saturday afternoon, so get your bets in early before 4:30. Houston minus 6 against my New York Jets. Houston's coming off of a loss that I didn't like to show them last week. The Jets just came off a miracle win against Buffalo, which no one really saw coming. Take Houston this week. The stars are aligning. Deshaun has already said the weather's not going to bother him. Take them 6.5, 7.5. Can't stress it enough. This is the week the Jets get blown out. Now, the top play. Seattle at San Francisco. I know it's a divisional game. Think back a couple weeks ago when they played in Seattle. They were giving 10.5 points. They just destroyed them. Russell destroyed them. I think they scored over 50 points. Look, if anything is fair in the world, you take Seattle, you lock it up, minus 5.5 points. They blow out San Francisco in blowout fashion because that's what's going to happen because that is the lock of the week. So, like we said in the beginning, go to dksal.com, recap the video, watch it again, get your bets in early on Saturday for the Houston game. I'll be here next week, week number 16. Time's running out. Go make some money, do your thing, have a great weekend. Sally D, out.